Hey guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here. Today is a good day if you are a 1/6 statue collector, particularly if you collect DC stuff. Tweeterhead is releasing a new Superman, a highly anticipated piece that looks fantastic, and I want to talk about it today. I will have the link in the description for those who are interested. Now, before we get into the pictures, we're going to read some of the description, some of the information that is very important. Now, we don't have an edition size yet, and this is going to be determined by the number of pre-orders, so we need to act fast. Normally, Tweeterhead doesn't have really large edition sizes, which is good. And if you order from Tweeterhead, you get an exclusive. You can go through Sideshow. They don't offer the exclusive. Just keep that in mind. Now, the price for this is $349.99, $350. I don't think it's a bad price. There is an increase in price in comparison to what they offer in the past. But let's keep in mind that things have changed and companies are trying to be profitable. So I think it's a fantastic price when you compare it to other pieces from other companies. Now, the estimated arrival for this is the fourth quarter of this year. It's not bad at all. If you paid this in full, you get a 25% discount. That's not bad. You can keep that in mind. If you choose a payment plan, you have to pay a deposit of $50. They also give you an estimation on the shipping cost. In the United States, it's $25. It's a flat rate. So technically, you pay $350 in the end if you pay in full here in the United States. In Canada, it's $125. Europe and United Kingdom, they have to pay $150. Now, under the information that we have here, additional information, we know this is a maquette. It is made out of polyresin. The height of this is 20 inches. The width is 13.5 inches. And the depth is 10.5 inches. Now, the artist, we have David Igo. He's the designer. He has worked for Sideshow for a long, long time. And Guillermo Barbiero, he's the sculptor. He did a terrific job as well. All right, and now we're looking at the pictures, and I'm telling you, this piece looks amazing. I really love the design. I love the sculpt. Guillermo Barbiero did a terrific job with this. It's amazing. Now, this is the second Superman produced by Tweeterhead for the 1/6 scale line. And the first one is fantastic. Very similar to the 1/4 scale piece created by Sideshow. Very, very similar. But I think this is a much better version. Some people are calling this a 2.0 version, and I do see why. It's an improvement, in my opinion, over the first one in so many different ways. The sculpt is fantastic. The dimensions are fantastic. The face sculpt is great. I really love the pose. It is a very stoic, very stunning piece. And I really love the detail here. It's very similar to the original base. He's held by a peg. And some people are mentioning that also that can create some problems in the future due to leaning. And it's understandable. Hopefully, and I'm guessing that the peg is going to be long enough just to sustain that weight. But man, I'm telling you, the piece looks amazing. The cape looks amazing. It flows naturally, and I like that. It's fully sculpted. Look at that. The design, I love that they, in this case, Barbiero and of course Igo, they went for the classic look. And this is a classic Superman all around. I really like that. I'm always going to be in love with the classic suit over any modern representation. I like modern representation, but the classic is the best. When you look at this, you look at a lot of artists that were doing this classic Superman. So you can go from the Golden Age, even the Golden Age, the Silver Age. But I think I do see a lot of that influence of John Byrne. That is my Superman. I grew up with that Superman and the aftermath in the 80s, everything that happened there. So I really see that. It's very classic, and I think it will fit in any collection perfectly. From this angle, really like that. He does have the classic hair. I love that. Man, this is a nice piece for sure. Really love it. Another thing that I noticed, and I saw a video here on YouTube by another statue collector. It's engraved. It's embossed, pretty much the S in the back, which is nice. I really like that. That's detail. It's very red, very bright. There's no shading there, which is fine. You don't have to have a lot of shading, really, on that cape. And here are the two different portraits. I really like the portraits are very similar. The hair is the difference. Some people were mentioning that they were not fans of this new hair, long hair, because they were saying, and I read some comments that was not in the comics. Well, I agree and disagree at the same time. He did have long hair back in the 90s, particularly after the events of the Death and Return of Superman. He came back with long hair, and it was an idea. Actually, what they were trying to make, DC was trying to make Superman cool by doing that. And to be honest with you, it didn't work out so great. I was not really a fan of the long hair. It was not something that I care much about. I don't know. It didn't look as good in my opinion. Maybe because I grew up with the classic Superman. However, in the 80s, before the events of the Death and Return of Superman, Superman went into the exile. He went into space. In those events, Superman, he was letting his hair grow, and actually he also let his beard grow. So I really love that look in Superman. And some artists, they had the kind of the hair long, and I like that, and then the beard. But hair needs to grow. So I think that's what they're trying to represent here. And I do like this because this is an interpretation of that idea more than anything else. It's not just a full representation of a comic book cover. It's more about just representing ideas with the character. And I do like that because, again, I was not a big fan of the long hair. Particularly, I was not. Some artists, they did it good. There were artists that they did a fantastic job. But most artists, they just, I don't know, it didn't look good. It looked kind of tacky. It didn't look like the Superman that I feel comfortable with. And, you know, some people like Gromit, for example, did a fantastic job. I really don't have a problem with long hair because in the 90s also, I did have long hair like most kids that time. So it was kind of cool to have long hair. But for Superman, I don't know, it just didn't look good because mostly when they presented the long hair, he looked like he had a mullet. You know, I didn't like the mullet look. But look at this. Nice base. Yeah, love that. I really love this. Tweeterhead has done a terrific job on this one for sure. And this is the exclusive. If you order directly from Tweeterhead, you get the heated vision. I like that. The heat vision looks amazing, in my opinion. The way they did it, it's simple. Just paint it. It is not, you don't see the little beams coming out like other companies have done. I like it this way. It's simple. If only, again, exclusive through the Tweeterhead store. So if you want that, then you need to go for it. This is a nice picture. I really like the hair here. It looks cool. You know, I think the interpretation is good. Barbiero did a terrific job. The whole concept by Igo is good. I like it. Look at this. Yeah, really cool. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, they kind of pay homage to that era of the 90s, but they're doing it without having the mullet. And I like that. You know, again, I was not a fan of the mullet, but he has long hair, of course. It seems like he combed the hair. Man, that stoic face. Nice features for sure in his face. Musculature is really well done. It's not overly done. It is really well done. And of course, this is the classic look. And I think this is what most people are going to have. Really cool, man. This Superman looks cool. Even the belt looks great. Very nice. Very nice depiction for sure. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. This is a nice piece. Tweeterhead has a home run in its hands. Hopefully it does well. I'm sure it's going to do well. A lot of people are excited for it. You know, this is the thing. And sometimes people always ask for obscure characters. But in order to sell the obscure characters, you have to sell the A-listers first. And when they do well, then companies can also invest money into other projects. So I feel that if you haven't gotten into this collection yet, you are probably switching from something bigger or smaller into the 1/6 scale collection, and you love DC stuff, then I do believe that Tweeterhead is offering a great option, a great start for those collectors with this Superman. Superman has to be at the center of any DC collection for sure. That and Batman. And then Wonder Woman. So you need the Trinity always. So I do believe that this is a great start. If you are really into it, I think the price is fantastic. When you compare this to XM prices with the Marvel stuff, the DC Rebirth stuff, or you compare it to anybody else, yes, other companies can do it cheaper. But believe me, Tweeterhead offers quality over quantity. And that's important. You get something that is really well done. Ultimately, it's going to increase in value as well. And that's a big part of this hobby is collectible value. Some people don't care much about it, particularly new collectors, because they haven't learned that yet. But when you get to a point, you realize that it's important to have certain value in these collectibles. Particularly for an example, you know, we already had a first version of a Superman from Tweeterhead. A lot of people are going to switch to this one, so they had to get rid of that one. And you're going to see a lot of those for sale. And of course, you know, not everyone is going to sell it because that's the original piece that they created, but it's going to sell for more than what it was offered in the beginning. So it's always important to keep those ideas in mind. And I do believe that Tweeterhead always respects collectible value, respects the needs of the collectors. And that's always important, as it's good when a company does that. But what is your opinion? What do you think about this Superman? Do you like it? Are you going to pre-order? Have you already pre-ordered? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, my friends, thanks for watching. God bless. Take care. And I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.